Hey, yo, what up, man? It's your boy, HipHopGamer, the one and only. Just finished watching the EA conference, son. This dude right here is one of the reasons why I'm extra hyped right now, son. I got 2 belts on, the undisputed champ, but let's talk some UFC with the real champ right here. First off, I gotta present you the belt, baby. Oh, you already know what it is, son. That's the new joint too, son.
Worked so hard for this. This goes out to the whole team back at EA Canada. Couldn't have done it without you at all. You guys, this is for you guys, for real.
He won it for y'all. Now listen, first question, because we was actually talking off camera. So first question is this: how do you actually feel about the progress of UFC? The reason why is because when it was first shown, nobody believed the graphics was really going to be like that. So in terms of PS4, Xbox One, utilizing the technology, how do you feel about the results so far and the feedback that you've been getting?
I mean, we're super happy with it. I mean, certainly the fact that when we released our first couple gameplay videos where people were like, no, show us gameplay. We're like, we are. But then we're just like, okay, well, finally when they get the game in their hands and they see, that, okay, no, that's actually what it looks like, they're just going to be like, oh, super happy about it. So, I mean, yeah, the stuff that the team at EA Canada has been able to accomplish is amazing. You know, and I know that for the future of the franchise, they're going to be able to keep pushing the envelope, keep pushing the boundaries, and it's just going to always look better and better and better. So as amazing as it looks now, it's, you know, it's a long-term partnership, so it's going to great things coming.
I can't wait. Now you got Bruce Lee in the game, looks amazing. Like that joint is crazy. But I got a question for you that I'm not sure if anyone else asked you. Now, one of Bruce Lee's major rivals was the legendary Chuck Norris. Do you guys got any plans to meet Bruce Lee halfway and throw his rival in there as a special surprise post-release of the game? Like, have you even thought about that or had those conversations?
We've definitely been asked the question a few times, whether it be, you know, Chuck Norris or some other, you know, martial arts legend. Right now, Bruce is, you know, kind of, even no matter who you say that's not Bruce, Bruce is still like,
he's the one.
He's way up there above everybody else. And you know, for the most part, really the thing I'm saying is, until we get our chest hair simulation and physics to that next level, we can't really look at doing a Chuck Norris.
All right, cool. Nah, I respect that, but I had to ask that. Now, the next thing, gameplay-wise, we had spoke about this off camera, but just to bring it up again, like, what would you say to the fans that may be having trouble when it comes to the grappling system? Because they always tell me, I wish there was a simpler way to do it because they enjoy the strikes more. So what would you say, or how would you balance that out? Like, you know, how can you make them realize it? What's going on?
Well, I mean, we certainly wanted to bring something different to the jiu-jitsu submission game in EA Sports UFC, and we took a bit of a gamble by, you know what, doing something that's not as easy as the press of a button, right? Okay. But you know what? Jiu-jitsu is not as easy as the press of a button. Though the entire team at EA Canada, not the entire team, but like a lot of the designers, animators, gameplay engineers, they've been rolling twice a week with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt up at EA Canada for the past 2 years. I was going for about 8 weeks myself until one of the animators got my arm real good, and then I decided I can't impede my mouse movement that much. But I mean, like, it's not that simple. But I mean, the gameplay in our mini game, there's a whole lot of depth to it that once that switch flips and you understand how it works, it really opens up a whole other world of just strategy and misdirection and playing possum and all kinds of stuff. So we didn't want to make it just a button mash to try and see who's got a higher number or whatever. We wanted to bring something a little bit more, you know what? We took it for granted that, you know what, if you're a UFC gamer, you're tough enough to figure this stuff out.
Oh, I like that. You actually brought the old school challenge back. That's what I like. Now, I want to talk to you from a story standpoint. Each of these fighters got some serious stories. Like, seriously, have you ever thought about, like, having a mode that actually tells out, even if it's not every character, but certain flagship characters, to, like, live their story and play it out, like, go back to where they grew up at, like actually have a true story surrounding these characters? I think that will bring in, like, put it like this, it makes me think about Fight Night Champions, how that story was. That, like, redefined, like, gaming when it came to that. So yeah, like Anderson Silva's return to greatness, if that was to happen, reenact the leg break, like all that stuff. Have you guys thought about implementing these things?
Well, I mean, obviously, you know, probably about 80% of the development team working on UFC is people that worked on Fight Night Champion, right? So, you know, we have a history with that. You know, there's a lineage with that. All I can say is, any idea that UFC fans and Fight Night fans, fighting game fans have come up with. Like the team at EA Canada, they are passionate fight fans. They are passionate fighting game fans. We've had all the same ideas, right? And it's just really about like, and about seeing which ones. Sometimes we have ones that are like crazy and nobody else ever mentions them, and we're like, well, I guess that was too crazy. But then we have those ideas like, champion mode, what have you. But it's like, that's a good idea, and everybody else, we hear, it echoed in the community and amongst the fans. So, yeah, we think about all those things in terms of what we're going to do next. I mean, hey, we just finished this one, so we got a ways to figure that one out.
Now, there's rumors, well, I wouldn't even say it's a rumor, it seems to be pretty much confirmed, but there's supposed to be a PlayStation 4 Vita bundle coming, right? Now, PlayStation 4 has been selling like crazy, it's doing exceptionally well, like at a faster rate than PS2. By that bundle with the Vita, I can see the Vita picking up dramatically as well. Do you think that there's life of a UFC game that can live on a Vita? Like, have you ever even thought about that or talked with the team about it? How could that be?
I can honestly say, I've never even, that's the first I heard about that bundle, and I've never even thought about it. We've been just, hardcore finishing this game off, so when we get into the trenches of finally a game, everything else going on in the gaming world kind of goes away for a little bit. So that's the first I've heard of that, so I really have no idea how to answer that question.
Cool. Now, immediately after you finish UFC, do you guys go right to work on a sequel? And if you do, what do you, he's smiling, I like that.
We go right to work on vacation first. A little bit of rest and relaxation, but I know already, Liam Miller, the lead gameplay designer, I've already seen like a several page document of, ideas and things he wants to address for the next one. I know our art director, Jenny Freeman, she's got a big list of things she wants to address from the visuals perspective. Our presentation producer, he's looking at that stuff. I mean, the team is so passionate about this stuff, and it's just a fact of game development that you never, like, if we waited until we were able to do everything we wanted, this game wouldn't have come out for a decade, right?
Makes sense. You gotta draw the line somewhere to actually get the product out. All right, I got two more questions for you. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time, but I just love being around you, B. Like, I really appreciate like everything that you do, man. We got a history. This is my dude. So for the last two questions, now here's something that I want to ask you. When it comes to male versus female fights, I know Dana White announced that there will be the first ever cross gender fight and stuff like that.
No.
He did say that.
No,
yes,
he did not.
Yes, he did. Dana White said that.
You need to check your facts. There's no way that happened.
That's what he said. I've seen it on I think it was Sports Center. No, I think it was no. It was on the internet. It was out his mouth on Sports Center. He was asked the question by a sports journalist, and he said, "Yes, you will see it." And they was worried about the girl, and the girl said she could handle it. And he said some of the girls that he saw fight could actually probably take the guys. I was blown away.
He said take out Mayweather.
Yeah, he even said that too. He even said that too. So my thing is this: in this game, will we see cross-gender fighting in UFC, or if not, can that be added maybe for the sequel?
We take our lead from the UFC in that regard. So, when we started developing this game, there was no women's bantamweight division. They flipped that switch while we were in the middle of development, like early on. So then we had to go, oh, okay, let's put get the ladies in there. So yeah, if something like that happens, which I still feel is spurious at best. But if that happens, then yeah, we would follow suit. But right now in the game, the women fight the women, the men fight the men, and that's the way it goes.
All right, and for the last question, in your opinion, being a fight fan, being a fighter, and everything that you are, and what you've done for the game industry, who is your favorite fighter that you play with, and the favorite fighter that you would probably recommend users to get to learn?
Oh man, I'm such a big fight fan. Literally, my decision will change after every single UFC event. Wow. I've been playing a lot with Robbie Lawler lately. I mean, obviously his performance against Ellenberger recently, and then even against Hendricks. Those both amazing fights. So and he likes to throw hands. I got the boxing history, so I'm a big fan of playing with him. But really, it comes down to like, what do you want to do? Do you want to fight like Robbie Lawler? Then pick a guy like Lawler. If you want to be, Showtime Pettis, if you want to do the Showtime kick or other crazy stuff out the cage or acrobatic stuff, you need to pick a guy like that. If you want to put people to sleep on the ground, then you need to go with, Damian Maia or somebody really good in jiu-jitsu. It's all up to you.
All right, cool. I respect that. So look, one love, God bless, UFC, and what day is coming out?
June 17th.
June 17th. Make sure you go cop that, man. It's your boy HipHopGamer E3 2014. Got my man B, and UFC is what you need to get, man. June 17th. Thank you so much. God bless. We out.